Hey everybody, it's your old pal John, otherwise known as a history buff. I appreciate you guys enjoying these. I hope you share it out, like it. I love the comments, most of them. All right, I'm doing my best to learn how to do some better reactions. So let's get into it. This is Philomena Cunk's most hilarious interviews. And this is via Cunk on Earth. So here it's a holiday weekend, so I've got a little extra time. Thought I'd throw this one out.
Which was more culturally significant, the Renaissance or Single Ladies by Beyonce?
They both have their period. They both have their time.
They both have their period.
Beyonce I'm rather fond of, but what the Renaissance was trying to do was to reform culture as a whole. And
I don't
whatever
think he's fond
Beyonce
of
does, I don't think she's quite got that ambition.
So what, the work of a few straight white men just blows Beyonce out of the water? Is that what you're saying, on camera? Why are people...
All right, great one. Way to put the guy right in the, I guess on the defensive. Although for some reason he doesn't strike me as a Beyonce watcher. Or wow, listener. I don't listen to much Beyonce. I don't know why. I did, I guess, the early days, but I'm more of a McCartney fan, classic rock.
Pyramids that shape, is it to stop homeless people sleeping on them?
I don't think they had many homeless people in ancient
What a great
Egypt.
question.
Or do they not?
No, people looked after each other, I think, and helped each other.
Right. I suppose it's good with rain as well, because it'll just roll off. How did Egyptians build the pyramids? Did they start at the top and work down, or start at the bottom and work up?
They had to start at the bottom and work up because it would be impossible to start at the top and work down.
When
Okay, we don't care about the top working down. I don't think that's all that funny, honestly, but the pyramid shaped the way they are to keep homeless people from sleeping on them, that's brilliant.
whenever you see medieval times, there's this sort of annoying hey nonny no music playing constantly.
Yeah, pretty much.
That music, that sort of...
Yeah.
Look at her face. She's like, on camera.
Yep, there's a lot of that.
What?
Where's that sound coming from? Couldn't they switch it off? So
I don't know the sound. Maybe you guys can help me out there. I have no idea.
how did they mummify people? Talk me through the process.
You get your dead body and you'd lay it out on a table, and then you wash it, and then you start by removing the brain, and then they would cut open down the middle of the body, and they would take out anything that they thought would rot. And then they would cover it in salt and dry it out, and then they would wrap it in bandages, and then that would be a mummy.
Yep.
So the kind of spa treatment that Gwyneth Paltrow has on a weekly basis. The Olympic.
What is her deal with Gwyneth Paltrow? I don't like. Has she had a lot of work done? I don't even know. That's the second time I've heard something about Gwyneth Paltrow.
Athletes had to compete in the nude.
So they did compete naked.
Okay.
And there are writings about this being quite an erotic sight in some cases.
With wrestling, with all that wriggling about, they'd have seen right up their bumholes and everything. Couldn't they censor it for people watching it in the auditorium? Modesty patches or something?
Modesty.
Or ask people to close their eyes each time someone bends over?
I think that probably wouldn't have worked.
But you'd have seen right up their bumholes.
In some cases, people might have done.
Did Zeus really approve of that? Was...
Okay, they did compete naked. That's just the way it was. I mean, everyone's fast. Well, most people are faster with less clothes on and stuff. So, I mean, I don't even think it was a... Okay, I'll just let her do what she does.
Beethoven good at music?
Yeah, I mean, he's considered to be the best composer of Western classical music ever.
Beethoven wrote that song that goes da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum.
His Fifth Symphony.
What do those lyrics mean?
Well, it's a really strong orchestral motif.
It's just the word dumb over and over again. Is it a dig at his audience, or is it German for something?
With
Is it German for something?
Beethoven's symphonic music, it's all just instruments, so there are no words to these pieces at all.
No lyrics. How are we supposed to know what it's about if it doesn't have lyrics? It's literally meaningless. Why was it so dangerous to show Elvis from the waist down? Was he naked underneath like a pervert on a Zoom call?
I'm sorry, that was a pervert on a Zoom call. That was good. That was good.
He wasn't naked. He moved his hips around a lot in a very sort of sexual manner.
Oh, she's
and there was a
trying
lot
so
of
hard, I bet.
anxiety that young women might be a little bit too turned on by Elvis.
Uh-oh, she's
People
gonna
were
hit.
prudish back then, weren't they? If they saw his penis, they'd probably have a stroke, wouldn't
I
they?
knew she was.
Probably. I
Take it
don't think
further.
that would have made it onto the media.
She lost that. I knew it.
That's not a joke. What's funny about that? If they saw his penis, they'd have a stroke. That's no laughing matter. We're talking
she
about people's
saved it.
lives here.
She took it further.
I'm entering a cave, not by mistake or
I don't even know. Okay, it was just
because I'm a
excellent.
wolf, but because I've been specifically asked to come here by the producers to look at cave art.
Cave paintings like these are one of the first examples of civilization on Earth. Don't worry, it gets better.
Early cave artists started out painting whatever was close to hand, like their hands. Then they branched out into stories. Initially, just boring stories about cows standing still.
But soon they began creating white-knuckle fight scenes like this. Humans versus cows 2D. To a caveman, this was the thrilling equivalent of Fast and Furious Part 7.
Oh man. All right. She doesn't disappoint. What do you guys think? What was your favorite one? I actually liked it when you started talking about Elvis's penis. That was a huge thing in America. Well, okay, that came out wrong. If you made it this far, I'm sorry. Well, I hope you have a great rest of, I don't know, whatever it is you're doing. But yeah, here you go. More Philomena Cunk. We're moving right along, and I am hopefully trying to do a little bit better at not explaining so much. That's apparently a problem. I don't know. I think it is. So I'll try not to, and I'll try to keep it moving. Sorry about that.